Hey, I want to say something. I just saw this interview with the lady, the teacher who wound up beating up the kid, and she wound up snapping. And I knew 100% that this woman there, that this is a cookie cutter situation that you can apply her situation to tens of thousands of other people and other maybe 10,000, 100,000 other teachers who have been in the exact situation. Number one, she was appointed security guard for the rest of the teachers, the rest of the school, and the rest of the students that could not defend herself. They had put her in a position, and just like she said, right beforehand, she was breaking up another fight. So it was already a physical situation, and it was probably like that all along. And it's probably the only way that they have, the school itself has a way of dealing with this, and they have ignored the problem. The school itself has ignored the problem, and the other teachers have not helped her, and she cared enough to do something. And some people can't sit back on their laurels. They can't sit back and just watch the world go to pot, or watch the kids just run over. One student is one student that will terrorize the whole damn school. And there's one student, and three, the student has a problem, and that they have the student has been in and out of other schools, constantly having problem, and a problem child because of some situation in his home situation, and the school will never deal with, say, why is this kid, what's going on in this home that this kid comes to school and just lets out like this? Nobody ever says anything. And then there's left for a teacher who has the guts enough to stand up to a child, a kid, and do something. So like I said, it's almost cookie cutter, and there's tens of thousands of other teachers that have been in the same situation, and I was one of them. There was this little kid, he was about this high. This kid must have been this high. And he was a little a little stouty kid, and everybody in the whole school talked about this kid. This kid had a reputation before I even met him. And then when he comes in, I'm like, that is what's got everybody upset, I'm like, this kid is this little, and everybody else. And just beforehand, I wound up shouting at another kid that's like this tall, and he's shaking in his boots, And the same thing happened with the other kid, but it was just after a while, they just, they said, well, they're not going to hit me. They're not going to do anything. And so then they'll just keep testing that boundary, knowing that you won't get hit. And that's exactly why why they should not persecute this teacher. Besides the other circumstantial situations, she was already handling some other situations. She was already defending other situations, and all of this, and the high priority and pressure of that day, a national school day, national testing day, and the other chaos that pursued, pre-existed. That this thing that when she got into this situation, that it just was completely out of hand at that situation. Not for all of those other reasons. Just the mere fact that students need to know, kids need to know that adults are people too. And if you harass the teachers, harass your parents, they can snap, period. They can go too far. And so, and that's what that lady realized, and she completely expressed her sorrow. But she knows why she did what she did. She knows what happened and how it happened, and I'm sure, and she expressed that she wished it hadn't gone that far. But, kids need to know that, these are people too, and you can get your butt whooped because that's how it is in real life. And as soon as you go out there and try to talk crap to other authorities, which is what a teacher is, that this could happen to you with a cop, or somebody else who will shoot you in the back. you know. Anyway, while you laying on the ground, handcuffed with your hands behind your back, that they will still shoot you if you do them the wrong. If you know, it's on the YouTube. Go see it. Anyway, so my point is that, you know, and let me explain this. I was in a situation. This little kid terrorized the whole school. I shout at him that keep him cool for a while, and then one day he goes in a class that he wanted to be in and didn't want and didn't want to leave. Right, so he hid behind the door. So I reached in to pull him out from behind the door, and it was no big deal to me. You know, I was just, you know, come on out. And then I went to close the door, let him go by, and as he was going, he was in the door, getting out. Now he had between the wedge of the door, like. You know, just like that, right there. Between the wedge and the door, I have pulled him out, no problem, just had his elbow. And I don't keep my fingernails really together. And so, really, I don't. I at the time, too. And I'm always, I mean, they happen to be slightly together now. But, you know, I had a hangnail or something. And so the kid ripped like that as he got in the door. As he was leaving the room. And so he snatches, you know, to have a bad attitude. You know, if you had done that to any of my parents, they would have whooped your tail. So that's what, you know, so we didn't do stuff like that because we would get our tail whipped at home, and our discipline started at home before we got into these places. You know, we never would have that, you know. And so the, you know, reasonable discipline, you know. So he gets a little white scratch that he caused. And it didn't break the skin or nothing. And so then it goes into the office, and now the school is all turning on me. They suspend me. And then while they suspended me, you know, it all cleared up. Oh, and Apple called me at that time, and I got a job with Apple, and I was heading out to California. I was like, thank you. You know, but then I saw the teacher, the kid, and the kid was so sorry that I got fired. I didn't get fired. They suspended me, and then I left. And so then he thought that he was the reason that I lost the job, but it was actually a blessing in disguise. So it wasn't no animosity towards him. I was really thankful. But when I saw him in the neighborhood, and I saw his mother as well, she explained to me why he was so hurt. Okay, and it had to do when you have the single parent houses. You know, the way our society has come and has allowed black men to think that they're cool, and you know. I'm going to say something. Other black women who are dating men that don't take care of their children, it's your fault. When you say, oh, it's okay, you know, I just want to have sex with him, I just want to be blah, 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 it's your fault. That, you know, when this man realizes he got so many opportunities and that other women don't care that he's, you know, a schlep, you know, it's other black women's fault, you know, and same for black men. When you see a woman, you know, a woman that has a kid, a woman that has 3 kids, and she thinks that she's hot on the market and can date any guy, and these guys with nice cars and stuff will do this just to have sex with them, knock them up, and then leave them. You know, it's the men's fault, you know. It's the men's fault, too, you know. So anyway, so my point is that this woman had understood the problem that this kid was missing his father, and there were some emotional things that happened in between him and his father that hurt the kid to the point where he just felt, it hurt a child, and it just, caused him to be like hard, his development to be hard, and so it was kind of sad. And so I loved the kid, I didn't have anything against him. He saw me and he was so happy to see me later. And I'm like, oh man, because I let him know, don't worry about it. I got, and he just felt so good about that. And his mom, she was like, okay, she understood the situation. She knew what the problem was. And so that's what the girl is saying, the teacher is saying, there's some serious problems at home with this woman, that is causing this kid to go to school and wreak havoc on several schools. You know, do not charge this teacher with nothing. She snapped, don't hold her liable in that moment. And they did this to this girl. They made her, the pressure of that whole school was riding on this one woman. You know, it's wrong. God bless you. Love you all.